So today's topic, how to identify watercolors if you get them like I get in the lot, and they are definitely not from not new, they are pretty vintage. So I'm going to show how I go with these and how I identify which colors. I will not swatch all of them, especially these that are wrapped. I will keep as wrapped, so those I will not be touching. But the other colors I want to identify them and see how they work. But when you get watercolors that you don't know what they are, important things are what's the pan, like the physical pan. I happen to had no luck. These are really mysterious pens to me. I have never seen these before. They have no markings on the bottom, other than this round shape. And most of these pans are the round ones. Also, there's these interesting pans that are like bluish tint. Never seen before. Also, they are weird, like this wall is really thin and this is thick. You can see it better on this one. I have never seen this kind of pan, so how to tell from there. But if you have like reputable maker, modern maker, usually when you're looking at the pan, you can see some of the, even the logos. I think there's one that yeah, I think it's this one. And this one has 3XK, which is, it relates to Nevskaya Palindra. And it says Leningrad, but it's expected because it's Leningrad set, and there's Nevskaya Palindra logo. But as you can see, vintage, I date these probably in the 90s, 80s, I don't know, could be older. And there's few surprises in here. And one of them is these two half pans that have very, very little paint left. Some kind of yellow. And it's Lucas. It says Lucas on the bottom. I have never seen even the Lucas half pan. I don't have any of the Lucas colors. I have one tube from them. I have never seen their pans. I don't know, do they do pans like this anymore? But it says Lucas. And I can be quite sure that these are the Lucas pens. They look like they are poured and very worn down. Somebody like really loved these colors. And other interesting bits are, this pen is blue. Like it's blue, full pen. No markings, but it's blue. It feels a bit similar to the White Knight's pen, but it's different. There is no mark on the bottom. Then we have this one. And it has the Leningrad, so it is the violet from the set. What I'm really curious about is that this one says Akbarel. There's also the White Knights logo. No, not a Nevskaya Palindra logo. There's some of the colors here as well. So, bottom of this tin. And this is also if you are getting Mr. Mans look the tins. But be mindful they might have switched the packages. Here's some text. And what I can understand here is that these are colors and these are numbers. What these numbers mean, I don't know. And I think these are light flashes because this is a scale they use in their other set. I'm curious to see how these colors compare, especially these colors that have like no wrappings. Also, this package has a list of 24 colors, and I suspect they are these. But also I have two Alaya, which is like scarlet, I think it's yeah, it's translated as scarlet, so it is. I have two of these. I have another one somewhere. So it might not be full set, or there might be loose band added to this set. But these type of bands are really easy to identify. They are like still in their wrappers. And it says Leningrad. But they are Nevskaya Palentra vintage ones. It's the same company renamed at some point. Also really weird pan. It's grey. This one is more green. This one is again bluish. No markings on the bottom. Not this one either. So we have quite a bit of mysteries, and also some of the pans are so, because they are so dark, I can't even tell what colors they are. And also I have these, which are definitely not from Nevskaya Palentra. These are from company called, I don't know it's a company, Finest Artist Watercolor, Krakow, Tatarska. And there's telephone fax number on the pan. They are Karmanski. So they're Polish. Never heard of these. These are still in the making. The brand is still there. When I googled the Karmanski, I could find these watercolors. And with these, I might open this. Especially I'm interested in the color selection here. Because we have reds. We have so many reds. We have one blue, violet, so many greens and browns. We are missing all the yellows. And I think most of the blues as well. And when I open one of these, then I will know like what kind of pans they use, because this might be their pans. There's actually leather here. It's Cyrillic leather, so definitely maybe they are not. I don't know. Everything is guessing here. Also, I want to rotate every packaging because bottoms can have some text. And these I don't know. They came like this. So let's see what these say. Oh, the pan feels really interesting. It's really deep and sharp. Oh, it says Karmanski. Well, that's easy. Like, okay, so there goes my theory. Their pants are like really sharp looking ones. And also they are black. And there's some water underneath there. Also these are terribly dirty. And when I like, also I like to do the swatching, but before I do swatching, I will clean these because these are definitely seen some life. They are dirty. And for that I have a lot of water here, and also I'm using synthetic brushes. I'm using my acrylic brushes because I don't want to use any of my watercolor brushes. I will use then eventually, but at first I want to clean this up because I can't know if there's like some kind of gunk or something on top of them. And also when cleaning I want to have a bit stiffer brush so I can really get into the color. And sorry, my dogs are barking. I hope they stop it now. So I'm starting with these ones. I'm like really wetting the whole pan. And then I'm taking paper. And wiping it all out. It's a really nice looking green actually. And I should have started with the yellows because they are the lightest color here. But yellows are quite clean, so this one is interesting looking one. It is green, it's lighter green. Like spring green almost. This blue has gone a little bit textured on the surface. It might have some fillers, or it might be pigment, but I think it's fillers, because some colors do that. This one has more like leathery surface and it isn't taking any, I don't want to take water. It's brown. So maybe earth pigment. This one I'm not even sure what it is. It's also brown. Yep. Bit darker. Almost black. And this one is dark brown as well. And next we have turquoise or dark blue. Dark blue. Maybe indigo. We will see all of the colors better. And also here I see that this has like film of gold on top of it. Alright. And how I'm going to try to identify the pigments, of course there's no pigment information. It could be, because these are still around, I could Google it, but I will show how I do the comparison. I can switch the brush. Something more watercolor. Let's go with this one. This one's quite soft. And I'm swatching on the hot press paper, and it's almost really cheap paper actually. But why I like this one is because this shows granulation really well, and because it has really deep bits. So when the pigment is granulating, this paper definitely shows it. Let's start with the yellow. Yellow here. Of course I could add black line here, so I could see how opaque these are, because it is really useful to like identify cadmiums or something like that. It's really strong yellow. The other looks a bit more muted. Almost like Naples yellow. But again, it can be yellow with added white. And then the greens. And definitely some of the definitely this one has added white, because my water just went whole white. Spring green. This one I'm guessing is Phthalo. No! No, it's not Phthalo, it's like the PG8. Really one of my favorite greens. Yeah, I can see it is not Phthalo because it's so like green and so mid green. It's not leaning to blue. Then we are having the blue here. This is quite easy to rivet. Interesting. I was expecting it to be ultramarine, but definitely not ultramarine. And I need to see how it dries, but it might be the really inky blue pigment blue number 1. It's historical pigment and it's not light fast, but I have one pan of that and I can compare it to that swatch. This one has white added to it. It feels like it's tries to be cerulean. And then the brown. This is still a little bit leathery surface, because sometimes when watercolors are really old, they go leathery. Oh, this is burnt sienna. And this one, it's black. And the reds. It's really strong red. I want to say it's one of the cadmiums. And then the next one. Really weird. This red also has like a sheen, even if I clean it really well. It looks like carmine. If I would have the UV light, it would be really handy, because I'm pretty sure some of these may have some optical brighteners. That one is indigo. It's really dark. Almost black, but it has bluish tones. This one I'm... yeah, burnt umber, I think. It's brownish. So now for the comparison. And I'll do comparison for the blue first. I have the blue lake here. It doesn't look like that. Here I have some Phthalos. First I have all the ultramarines. Here I actually have the lake. Yeah, definitely not the lake one. Phthalo. It could be Phthalo. It's quite dark, but if we... yeah, I think it's Phthalo blue. It's really close to this one. And this one is it's from Rosa Gallery. Because some of the Phthalo blues are darker than others. But I think that is Phthalo. Or Prussian blue. I think it could be Prussian. I could, because Prussian blue is not light fast. It could be checked. But the other colors, I think... this one has definitely white added to it. This is like really... like haze on the swatch as well. But I think these are same as these ones here. What is... so it says Karmansky here. What makes me a little bit like wonder is that when I bought this set, was this full of the Karmanskys? Was this all used? or were these here, or how these were originally. We'll never know. Then let's go with the unlabeled ones. This one we could call empty. There's like no one there. Let's go with this one. It's look cleanish. It might be a bit like rough on the surface, because some of the watercolors, when they dry, they have like really almost like hard film, but they are usually rewettable. When you rewet them, you need to like work them a bit more. It's really nice red. Like, I have to wait it to dry, because when you compare swatches, because watercolors are drying the shift, it's always better to write them dry. This one, again, pen has no markings. There's only a little bit of the blue left. I'm actually really interested which blue this was. Yes, even with these small pieces, you still can get the paint out. It's like, it's a bit harder, but it's still there. It's blue. Looks like Prussian blue. Until checking doesn't granulate. Then I see here that this one has a little bit black on the surface, and then it's brown and it's earth tone. I'm taking this scrubby brush, scrubbing the whole surface, because I want to have, when I'm doing the swatches, I want to have a clean pan, so it's like just the paint, it's in the pan originally and not like contamination. These are surprisingly clean. I have seen some that are much worse. Kind of brown. These might be really hard actually to identify, because they are so, there's no markings anywhere. Or numbers. With some of the makers, they have numbers on the pans, and those can tell you something. Also the pan shape. Like Cyaneink has particular shape on their pans, and they have numbers. Oh, here we have stuck piece of foil on the pan itself. And I'm also checking it's, I'm now going with the Q-tip, because there might be something on the surface, so I want to have disposable tool for this one. Also, I have isopropyl alcohol if I see something that could be moldy. This dark color, it's black. Really nice black. But I I cannot say anything else about it because there's again no markings in the pan. Here we have this one is a bit nasty looking one. A bit. So let's clean it with Q-tip. I have only like water here, so I always try to go with the mildest road. It's pink. This one looks like a color that the previous owner really liked because it's so like deeply used. Only little pieces on the walls. There's a little bit contamination. Oh, it's really pretty. Like I don't want. I know that this would be actually one of those colors that I would pick myself too, because it's like really nice looking muted purple. Even if it looks pink in the pan, it's still or is it pink? No, it's not pink. It's purple. Really nice purple. And the markings are just plastic stamp 6 and K. I think this might be remain mystery, but it's pretty mystery, at least. And here we have almost empty pan, but there's like little bit traces of the color left, so let's see, some kind of red. There's barely anything left here. We have brown. Hi Barbara. Hello, color something is excellent, even more into mystery. Yep, I like good mysteries in the paints, like, because I have like no idea what these are. I have no idea even when I take the pan and look at it, because some of these are so dark in the pan that it's impossible to tell like what they are. Some looks like brown. Like goldish brown. Then we have this one. Like this one, it's dark color. It could be blue or green, or even purple, or black, because it's so dark. Oh, it's black. Interesting. So it's like another black. Really similar than the other one. But what I can tell here is that these are there is the same symbol, like circle and triangle inside. And this one has the same, but it's smaller. So probably all of these are from the same maker. I don't know. This one is from Leningrad, so it's from that set. Also, this might be lead based. This might be lead yellow. How I know that it weighs more. Like it's full pan, and I can feel the weight in my hand. Like when I compare it to other pans, I can feel this is heavier. And I have one lid pasted yellow, and it has similar thing that it feels heavier. Even if it's lead, I'm not going to panic, and I will just be really mindful when that I don't pour the water to the drain. I let it dry in the tube, and then put it on the waste bin, so it doesn't end up in the water system. Also, I have like I cannot be certain, but the weight of the pan definitely gives away. I have actually vintage Leningrad here. So for the color it could be this one. I'm like testing it out. Does it feel heavier? Yeah, it actually feels a bit heavier. It could also be cadmium. Cadmium is also heavy metal, but there's always a chance that it has lead. And it's not like super heavy, but when you have handled so many pans, you have like certain idea how much the pan should be weight. And I feel this is weight more than it should be, so that's quite of indicator of lead. Also, lead is not light fast, so it's quite heavy looking yellow, like orange. And if we are comparing it to the here, the cold cat orange. Yeah, it's cadmium orange that I was thinking it's the same. It looks really similar. So it could be cadmium or it could be lead. Notice that. Yeah, it's like it was one of those things that I think really few people notice, because lead paints are so rare. But because I happen to have one full pan, I know that it's like. But this one definitely feels heavier. And it looks quite heavy on the application too. It definitely feels like it's at least it's opaque. Next I'm going with these. This one looks like a pan that somebody really like it as well. This is I think this is this is from the Leningrad, and I think this is their violet. And I know this color. Yeah. It's really pretty violet, but it's not light fast. Sadly. But the color is really stunning. It's pigment also that is discontinued. Mostly because it's not light fast. And when I say it's not light fast, which means that it fades really fast. I have the violet here. It's really similar. It's really similar with this one as well. Oh, maybe not so similar, because this one goes for much deeper in the mass tone. Let's see with the blue. like find it funny that whole pan is blue. I don't know. I expect this to be blue. Yeah, it's blue. A really nice looking blue as well. Then we have another really loved color, which is brownish matte. There's again this circle and the triangle inside. I definitely need to Google that mark if I can find something that is like. There's a tin in bottom of this pan. This one is red. Ooh, really deep wine red. I feel the one who had this palette had like really good sense in the colors, because that purple is stunning. This deep wine red, definitely nice. And the blues and the purple, they had good taste. I'm a bit sad that there isn't, because when I was buying these I only saw the listing and there was pictures, and I was hoping that these all would be Nevskaya Palintra colors, because then I would have some chance to identify them. Because when you know the maker, you can watch the colors they make and like do the comparison. Even if they discontinue some of the colors, usually people have the most common colors. But since now I don't know the maker, it's a bit harder to do. Let's try these Lucas as well. I think this is it's dirty to start. I think this one is yellow ochre. Yeah, it's a bit greenish, but it's really dirty. There is some stone or something inside. I actually think these are the same color. Maybe they really like this one color from the Lucas. And that's why they have two pans that are almost empty. I don't know. It's really interesting. Like, imagine that somebody used these colors. Used a lot of these colors. And then they had like so many unwrapped paints. Like, did they keep these as the stock for them? Or, I don't know. It's a bit puzzling to me. I usually, actually I have small stock, but it's usually the colors I use the most. But this seems to be like quite a bit of the stock colors. Same goes with these ones. These ones I think I will be swatching because I'm really interested to see the cadmium green light. Same goes with this cadmium green deep and green lake and viridian. But again, where's all the yellows? Like, and why these are all unwrapped? I don't know. I have so many questions. Like, it's looking pretty odd. It is granulating a bit. So far we haven't been that lucky with the identification. Because this one I have like not any idea. Same goes with these ones. Even if this is really pretty, I have like no idea what it would be. I was first thinking, could the not market pans be from this set? But there is the Nevskaya Palintra logo. And I think they would have used their Nevskaya Palintra pans. These are a bit dirtier. So this one is empty. It's the green. These look clean enough, so I'm going straight with the brush. It's PG8. I can feel it. Yep, it is. It's one of my favorite greens. It's not light fast. I have quite many of the swatches to compare. I'm going to green section. I have this PG8 from the Rosa Gallery. So, and it's really popular in the East. So it's definitely PG8. And it's good because it's the color I will probably use. So I'm happy that I have some spare pans for that. That is certain, but I still cannot tell the maker. Like, I don't know. This one's brown. Let's crack it in the middle. This one feels a bit like resist of the water. So it has been really dried up. Like, but it's still working. It is just like needs more work to get it out. Also, it might benefit from soaking. I sometimes soak my gouache. Like I put a little bit of water there. Also, I did that once to my watercolors as well, where I keep them moist for a long time, and then they like dissolve and attach back to the pan and stuff like that. Because this one feels it has like surface thing that is keeping it riveting. This one has a little bit suspicious looking surface, so we are going with the disinfectant. And just like putting a little bit on the Q-tip and then rolling it over the surface. And I'm using alcohol because it's rubbing alcohol, so it's like it will be quickly evaporating and shouldn't affect the paint too much. And the reason why I picked up this one because I saw that there's like some kind of fuzzy thing on the surface. I don't want to have any fuzzy things on my paint or brushes. So clean enough. If I can get this to rivet, because this one looks like it has film on top of it. Yeah, this one might be gone, but I could always go with the stiffer brush. I don't want to rub that. Maybe I go with this one. So I scrub it really hard and try to break the surface that has formed here. It has smell. Not strong smell, but it smells. It's a bit weird. I usually don't have smelly paints. But some color smell, so I don't. Maybe it's okay. It's a kind of earthy smell. It doesn't smell like moldy or anything. Yeah, now it's working. It's brown. The pan is really interesting. Like, it's again same thing. This edge is really thin. These are really thick. again the circle with the triangle inside. Mystery maker. Then we have this one. This one, I have Rukas hair in the brush. This one is probably blue. Or it's black. Yeah, it's black. So many blacks. That's interesting. Like, really interesting. There are 3 blacks. Because it wouldn't make sense to have 3 blacks in one set. So maybe these are like pieced together from multiple sets. Red. Really nice bright red, but I have no idea what red it is. And again, pen has no markings. Yep. Then we have something that's really dirty. There's also something white and fuzzy. So let's give it a quick disinfect. I just want to be sure, like, I just don't want anything to grow in my paints or brushes. This needs to be cleaned. Oh, it looks like more like orange than a red. I was thinking it's red because it was so dirty. It's like nice orange. Doesn't feel too opaque either, or it could be that it's not reactivating that well. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like cadmium. And then we have something really fuzzy. So this one is getting. But even if you're getting mystery pans and they may have something to growing on them, just like if you want to, you can always just like clean them up. It's usually in the surface and paint underneath is fine. This looks okay. This color reminds me of Caput Mortum a little bit. No, it's got redder. Maybe Venetian red. Interesting. It's quite interesting shade. And sadly, I don't have that many of the reds in my collection, so. But let's compare with here. It's not as red as the scarlet, but it's more red than the iron oxide red I have here. It could also be a mix of the multiple pigments. That's something I always keep in mind. It's again the triangular inside the circle. This one is really thick wall. It's funny. Oh, it comes out of the pan. The color. This is probably some kind of purple. I would really like this to be either this one or that one. Maybe it's a second. Oh, it's really pinkish. It doesn't look like Queen. Queen could be like quite violet. That one has quite a bit of drying shift. Interesting. But that one is super pretty. And it's definitely not found here. So but I have that don't have pigment information. That's this mixed pigment. It's funny that the color I have least of the references is the red. Maybe Queen Magneta. Maybe it's not fully dried. It's a bit more purplish. Oh, actually one color we could find here is the claret. It could be. Also, this is quite close of the claret. Claret is pigment red 12, and it's also not light fast, but it's when White Nights has that. So it could be that, or it could be something else. This is what you have when you're getting mystery colors. You don't know. You like can't know and can't predict like what you're getting. It will be mystery in the good and the bad way. This one is brown again. No, it's red. Sorry, that is my phone. It's red. Same red as this one. Looks like the same. Feels, because it was a little bit harder to read it. It's, some kind of spring green. It's not PG8 because it has like, yeah, it's probably a mix of two pigments because it's so yellowy. Another red. It is likely blue pan. It looks like really pretty. Very nice muted red. Also, it has. I feel it has some kind of film. It might be. It's like really cold red. It is quite close to the carmine, I think, or the Crab Lake. You know, Crab Lake red. So I think it is good because I might want to do some comparisons. Next page. We have few of the colors left, and this one is in the black pan. It's interesting. It's all the same maker, but the colors of the pans really varies a lot. Like this one is black, and it's like the pan plastic is black, not the This looks like it needs some scrubbing. Oh, it's brown. Why I was thinking it's black. Looked like black. Yeah, it's brown. There's quite many similar looking browns. Yeah, it's brown. Nothing against the browns, but they are a bit boring. This one has a dip in the middle, so it's more used than the other ones. Hi Lana. Yeah, we are almost halfway, I think, because I will be swatching the Polish. This one looks a bit like golden to me. There's also brush hairs, but this might be try to be like metallic color, I think. Yellow, ochre, raw umber. I think this one is might be like gold imitation. It has like a little bit of sparkle and definitely different. I would say it's gold. Would it be vintage gold paint? It feels really it's hard to like show, but it feels so different to the other colors. How it's like attached to the brush. I tried one of the boxes you sent. Oh! Let's look into it. Set of watercolors artist quality white nights made in it is. So it is this box. I'm not going to I was actually going to flip it but the text says white night made in 1992. So yeah, I was quite right about the color groups and how many of the paints inside belong to that group. Oh, that makes sense! Because I was thinking, why there's like color names and numbers, but they are like saying how many colors are from that. Light fast in Sony stars, light fast, medium and not light fast. Paint quality standard number, guaranteed shelf life, 1 year. 1 year. So I would say it has been more than 1 year on that tin. Let's empty it out. So if it is white nights, and I'm like really curious how these sets form if I there's some of the so it's yeah. Interesting. They give the color groups. It doesn't tell you what's inside, but how many of each color group is a bit weird. Yeah. Maybe it's the first white night set after that. Yeah, it might be. Like, knowing the history, it's like happened to be right at that time. But it's like, I was thinking maybe it could be like at that time if they are not like maybe having the pigment, so they cannot say certain that they have like, let's say ultramarine blue and phthalo blue, but they are saying that they have like 3 blues and they can be 3 anything blues. So if they are having like shortage or something like that, they can switch this. Like switch the colors a little bit around. Lemon and yellow, two things. Yeah. Now I was thinking. Only yellow I have is this one. And it's really golden. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe like if they are not certain what colors they have, so they put in like groups, so they can just like put any three reds and like still have the sets out. But these doesn't look like White Knight's pants. So that's confusing. Because White Knight pants are like these. Well, this says Leningrad. Can I bring it closer? Because this is how the Leningrad pants looks. It goes even more interesting. So the package says White Knights, but I'm like confused. Oh, the orange. Ah! It's heavy, so it might be lead. It's like significantly heavier than other pants. When I pick it up, I can feel it's heavy. And the only other pant that I can feel that way is lead yellow I have. I could also do the comparison of that. I think I swatched all of these. Maybe. Now I'm thinking it's also one weird thing I noticed. I don't have any yellows. Well, I have only that one as yellow, which is orange. I don't have yellows. Like, where's the yellows? I have these two yellows, but these are from the what it was called. I forgot. Karmansky. So from the White Knights, I don't have yellows. That is so weird. Maybe it's not like... Maybe these pants are not from White Knight. Maybe there's something else. Because these are really bothering me. They have circle and triangle. All of that. These weird pants. Or they're like super early pants. Or some pants they were testing. Or... I don't know. It's just like... It's so confusing. But I will go and have all the mystery pants in this box, and it seems like they're not even fitting here. Well, actually this one was the... This is one that had 6K on the bottom. But there's so many empty pants, like there's this one pan empty. And so I think whoever owned these watercolors was painted quite a lot with the colors, since they could finish so many full pans of paints. But to me, this doesn't feel like completely set to me, because again, because the yellows are missing. And same goes with the blues. There's no single ultramarine blue here. So it's a bit odd. If we are looking into the rapid paints, because these are easy to look into, they have names, and they will be mostly refills for my Leningrad set. But let's see, do I have refills for all of these? This one is the heavy one. I have Alaya. So let's go there. Carmine goes down here. It's like some kind of game. Ombre Cesna. There. Green. Then there's Mars. Crescenia. Sholatistaya. Oh, interesting. This one is the yellow. The same yellow as I have in this set. And yeah, the pan, even if it's wrapped here in the tin, is lighter than this one. I can feel it. It's so that is probably lead painted paint. I'm quite, or it could be this one, cadmium orange. But the cadmium orange from this set also felt normal pan. This one doesn't feel like normal pan. Oh, we have another of the same pan. So definitely these are not only from this tin. Yeah, burnt in. So definitely it's like collection of multiple color sets. Maybe not all here. I don't know. It's getting so confusing. Like, why? Then we have Shelto, Selena, yeah. Oh, there. We have another Alaya. Interesting. We have another one. Maybe a different set they have left over. Yeah, I think so too, because I'm seeing pattern here. There's a lot of browns here and also on the other set. So I think somebody didn't like browns. Cyaneink. And then there is the... I'm not even trying to pronounce. I can read them, but my pronunciation is... Then we have... Oh. Krallak. Yep. It's differently faced. Neutral black. It's like... Interesting that it's a little bit like... another brown. I will not run out of the browns. We have... Oh, it's there. Carmine, another carmine. Then we have Umbra. One Umbra. So we don't have complete set here. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of like knowing that if I buy this as a lot, I get what I get. But interesting, all the yellows are gone. Also the blues. So many browns. Could this be somebody that did a lot of the florals? Because I would think they would use a lot of yellows and blues and purples. But that purple is actually this one. It looks really similar, so it's probably that one. How is this one? The whole pan is blue. This is the mysterious pans. Maybe this one is the carmine. Not carmine, cadmium orange. Even if it feels suspiciously heavy. These are again from the Mysterious. So blues and yellows. It's so weird. And maybe landscape painter would use blues and yellows a lot. Because I think I don't have any blues here. No. And these are from the other set. And all of these says Leningrad. They say Alt 191148175. This is like wrapped the other way around. Some of these have numbers here. 149, 175. It's same number. Yeah, so these are a bit heavier than other ones, but not much. Okay, so it might be then cadmium red. So this one has the same number on the bottom. This one too. So this one, don't they all have same numbers? But this one is wrapped different, so I cannot tell. No, same number as well. I think they are all. Yeah, they are all same number, so numbers isn't actually telling me anything. But yeah, so far the mystery seems that it is still mystery whose these paints are. Are they White Knights or are they not? They could be. But I actually doubt that. Even if the texture looks same, they I don't think these are White Knights. Because how the pants are so different. Also, judging from how my Leningrads are dried, then comparing to these ones, they don't look like the same. Of course, these are seen more paint, but I would mean say water. But looking at these, they don't look so similar to these ones, because this seems to be shrinking a lot when they dry, and this seems still like semi-moist. And they are powdered so different, like you can see that it's all of them are like over powdered and all the edges of the pants are covered and these are not. The orange looks like the other orange. Yeah, this one. It is strikingly similar. But this one is heavier, it's notably heavier than this one. Because this one doesn't feel that heavy. Only a little bit heavier, but not like I could notice it if I just take it in my hand and don't think about it. Of course, there's always possibility that this set here didn't include all of the same colors as my set. And it's actually start with the number 1. It's that cadmium lemon. Then just this one. Then it's this one. It's roughly the same. Maybe a few differences, but And there's ultramarine. Number 14 is ultramarine. And cobalt Cyaneink, so cobalt blue. Golubaya, which is the blue here. Violetto. Rosaya. Rosavaya. Interesting. Here's listed number 13. It listed Violetta Vaya, which is like same as this one here, Violetta, but it's listed then I think pigments. Then there's Ili, which I think is ore, if I remember right. And then there is Violettovo Rosvaya, which I feel would be like a violet rose. And pigment or dye info on that. I can't see here that much, but isn't it interesting? Like they had like when you buy the set, you either have the violet or violet rosé. I don't think it's numbering a difference because the numbers add up to 24. So it feels like they are like leaving the like choice there. Interesting. Very interesting. But this will go here, and I will not be unwrapping these because I will keep them as stock for maybe restocking my colors if I ever have need for that. Also, 10. How there are within 24 colors here? I could only fit 20. Yeah, probably actually other way around. They probably have it like in this way. It will be like so. Why I keep this wrapped is that I feel that that's the best way to store fans. Have them wrapped. It's a snack box. I really like when the boxes like really fit the colors. It's the Leningrad set. And definitely quite old. Don't say here either. It's an interesting piece of history, and I actually a special case when I like to paint with the Leningrad is when I'm using grey watercolor paper. Yes, this works really beautifully on that one. But for next, we are unwrapping the this one box can fit so many. We are unwrapping the Polish ones. Lion Creeper. They are a bit more opaque than other watercolors I have, and they seem to work really well on that. I don't know do they have filler or something, but they just seem to work better on the grey paper. Here's these two Lucas pants. these are not belonging here. I actually see the trend here, like there's quite a bit of same colors that are not, that are here. Like there's only one blue. Interesting. I was thinking to maybe just opening the colors I feel interested, because I have these which are from the same maker. And I think there's some duplicates between these two. There's Meridian. This looks newer. I usually mark my pans, but I'm not going to do it this time. Because I will keep the ordering same. Oh! Interesting. These pants are like really sharp. They have no logo. They have smooth bottoms. Also colors also dry up. Also there's no ridges inside. I was for a moment hopeful that these pants would be from the Polish maker, but no, they are not. We have the Viridian. Also this has the weird sheen as well. Like, interesting. Yeah, it's like hyper repellent of the water. Some of the watercolors do that when they have been drying long time. Texture is a bit weird. It feels super thick to be watercolor. PG-18. I don't. Looks like Talo green. But the surface is so weird. Like the texture, it's like paste. Maybe I'm taking my words back and I will open all of these colors. Does look like PG-18. I don't know. Swatch collection here. It says Viridian, but definitely not Viridian. Yeah, nope, not Viridian. Okay, it is Talo green. When it dries. I don't know why they call it Viridian. Like, that has nothing to do with Viridian. It's super strong. And definitely Talo and weird, almost like hydrophobic. But then it's like goes to really like mushy. There's numbers on these pants. I'm interested to see how this pants looks, because I have a feeling this might solve other mysteries, so I'm opening all of this up. No. No, this has had some kind of reaction. I'll actually show how the pants look here. Please come out. No, They are stuck together. Really sticky. But oh, this one doesn't have text, and this one says Cyaneink. So some of the Cyaneink pens have labels and some of them don't. They have to change that at some point. But the behavior of these paints is so weird. Like, it's really odd. These were more normal. These feel like normal watercolors, but these feel like, whoa, it's really dark and really heavy here. PG8. Nice green color. Weird thing is that should be pigment that works. Should behave really like normal pigment. I know that pigment. It's I used it quite a lot. But with this Cyaneink, it feels a bit weird. I'm saving all the wrappers here so I can later add the details to the pens. This one was called Paris Blue. Oh, it has all same sheen. Like, it's almost like metallic on the top. Like, and it's also repelling water. What has happened to these ones? Like, it's like film I need to break through. Is this Prussian blue? Okay, Thailand. It's so weird looking one. Like, why it look like that? Like, how it behaves in the pan, it's like really weird. Then we have ultramarine purple, ultramarine violet. And this is a granulating pigment. It should granulate. If my memory serves correct, it's also a bit harder to revet. Paper looks brown. It's brown. I don't know what has happened here. There is that weird sheen on the surface as well. Yeah, tripling the water. Like, it's so weird. Like, do they put some kind of layer on these paints or what they do? I kind of like pinpoint what is wrong with this paint, but these feel odd. They behave like, they feel almost like gluey when you take them out of the pan. Sap green. Could be any like mix of the, usually green and yellow, or sometimes multiple pigments. Oh, I think this is the same as the here in the small set. really nice bright green. It also revets better than the others. I don't know, maybe there is like a riveting agent or something. Then we have cadmium green light, which I'm interested to see. Is it a mix of the two pigments, or is it like some kind of old cadmium pigment? But what I kind of expect with these paints, that these are all the common ones, like, oh no, it was sticking. Like this, because it's just usually the case. When the people buy the paints, they usually get the most common ones. And like, I don't expect here to be anything like Cyaneink or anything like that. They said cadmium green deep. And also naming conventions can be anything. They can call basically any color cadmium they want. Maybe they use cadmium yellow as the yellow component, or they might have like trying to imitate the cadmium. Green color. And they are not marking as the hue. There's air bubble. Oh, this one is really opaque. I think I will... I know these are definitely on that one. What on the Indian red? I think this will be a last pan I will be swatching, because I'm not opening all of the reds. It's funny that it has like dried so much that it has detached from the pan. Pier 101. Not my favorite pigment. That's why I can recognize it, because it's not my favorite. Cadmium deep and light vermilion, cadmium red light, and light carmine. All of these sound really uninteresting. Especially the cadmium. Maybe let's try the light vermilion. It might be nice. Oh, it's quite orange. Again, hydrophobic until I get to like work it out. It's really reddish leaning orange. So from these, after seeing these two, I was actually thinking one of the mix I have here. And it is the This one from Cyaneink. Yeah, it's darker. Because that one was discontinued color as well. Then we have White Knight's Cobalt Titanate Green, which has really similar heavy, almost like cloudy feeling. If it's a single pigment, but again it could be multi-pigment as well. With that blue, we can see it is Prussian blue. Yeah, it cannot be azure. But that's how I go with the Mysterious paints. Sadly, we couldn't recognize surely what these are. I will be looking more into info, and I will be looking more like which maker has this type of pans, because I feel they could lead me. I hope they could lead me somewhere. But yeah, that is the mystery set I have, and it has been sad that they are all like from few same makers, because I would like to have that I could show more like how I identify the pans, because I have actually modern White Knights here, so I can show here if I can get this out, because modern White Knight has this kind of pan. It's white and it has their logo and their name, and their older ones have the older ones look more like the vintage ones. It has their logo and says St. Petersburg, and they are clear, and you can a little bit see of the like inside they have the like the ripping, like really similar than here, but still not similar enough. So I'll go googling and see can I find more info on those. And thanks everybody for watching, and special thanks to Lana for translating this to me, and especially dating this one, because it's I couldn't spot the date here, even if I look at it in it. Oh, it's maybe this one. Yeah. So just other that has date as well. I don't know. Other set says 95. So 90s, probably both. But we don't know what colors came with this box and what came with this box. But even if I have the, like this one says White Knights on the back, because they are same company, and even their quite modern pants says St. Petersburg, it could be that even these were here, because they say they are red. No, it's a St. Petersburg. Yeah. So some of these colors could be on this box. We don't know, because the makers are really... And this says Leningrad. Here. So yeah, these are actually from two different sets. This is Leningrad as well. I should have read it more carefully. Yeah, this one says Leningrad, but this one says St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. Weird that they are both same color. But yeah, this says also Saint Petersburg. What about the reds? This says, other one says Leningrad, and this one says Saint Petersburg. So it could be that what I have here, we are actually coming in this case from 95, and this, and the ones that say Saint Petersburg could coming from here, and I still don't know where these all extra pans are coming from. But yeah, that was my mystery pan a lot, and I hope I can get some ideas like where those come, and yeah, thanks for watching.